Hey guys, Marsinger here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so with the countdown to the worldwide celebration getting very close to the end and the celebration about to begin, we did actually get, after the maintenance today, as well as a bunch of info about stuff that will be coming out, we did get the new Memorable Battles movie edition event. This is kind of cool because it's like a cry back to the last sort of movie themed worldwide from 2 years ago, Cooler and Goku, because the 4 stages are Super Saiyan Goku, Final Form Cooler, the Super Saiyan Duo, and then Metal Cooler. So basically the 2 Cooler movies that we got from last year. So we're going to jump in and start doing these stages. I'm not sure what the difficulty level will be like. Obviously the Broly and like Gogeta, Gammas, and Beast Gohan stages from the anniversary were a reasonable level of difficulty, but nothing too crazy. Now, the stages do all have missions for beating them without items and for beating them with a unit of each typing on the team. So AGL, Tech, in physical, STR. There is no specification of super or extreme, so you can mix and match. Obviously, for people looking to absolutely blitz this as easily as possible, you could go ahead and use like Beast's team with Broly on it, Broly with Beast's team on it, but of course Broly's team now has Cell Max, so I think I'm going to jump in and try out this team for a Super Boss's team versus Goku. This does have a unit of each typing on there, so we will see how we get on. So we're going to be starting off versus Birdku. We've got a double Broly rotation on turn 2, which is definitely not what I would want to start us off here. Let's see. So we can't get... Oh God, what a rotation this is. So we can't really get any orbs. Can we get... Will this be 7 if we drop this down? No, this drops down in a super awkward way, because of course it does. So I guess we will do this for Rose, so he at least gets a rainbow orb, and then we can get 7 orbs with the Broly trio at the end here, which gives them the full key. It gives everybody the extra damage reduction and a little bit of attack support, because we've got the AGL orbs. So we should be off to a good start here. Now, I don't really know the... I didn't look into the details of the stage, right? So I think one of the things is Goku seems to be getting defense every time he gets hit. I don't know if there's only one phase, because obviously he's starting off as Super Saiyan Goku. So, and obviously this is what the LR Birdku art is, and he doesn't have a transformation or anything. So I'm going to assume that this is only one phase. Which, if that is the case, like we know, like when we get these kind of events, that the earlier stages are normally a bit easier. But the Memorable Battles thing, it was like one stage for each person in the movie, right? Like the hero and the villain, and they weren't really a case of like stage 1's really easy and then stage 4's really hard. Because the thing is, if he does only have the one phase, he only has 1 health bar, and we've already done like, well, I would say 1 health bar, 1 overall amount of HP, because we've already done, what, 2, almost 3 health bars. His super attack did hit fairly hard, but of course that is because largely Rose didn't do a lot of attacks, because we weren't able to get a lot of rainbow orbs. But I mean, you can see here with the Broly trio getting an additional super that we've pretty much finished him off here in the... I say finished him off, we've done like half of his health in the 1 turn. And he can be attack lowered, so... Characters like Zamasu with his 18 key, the Broly trio with both of their supers, lowering his attack here is obviously going to be beneficial for us in the long run. But yeah, we did a lot of damage to him in the first turn. So fortunately that does help us out here with the fact that we can put Cell Max in slot 1. Obviously the first turn for Cell Max is kind of the only time where I would say he has a weakness, right? Because obviously he hasn't had any build up. Now obviously this Goku can't be sealed or stunned, but because he can be attack lowered, then that helps us out a little bit here, because obviously these normal attacks are just not going to do any damage, considering both the Brolys have guard. Cell Max obviously lowering attack on his 18 key super. No additional supers here, but... and then a dodge. And then Broly gets to go off. I mean, Broly only having like Fierce Battle and Legendary Power active here, and then the Broly in slot 3 having no links. So I think we probably can't guarantee that we get a kill here. I mean, the friend Broly, if he's built for crits, he did get a crit on the first super there. Obviously, Broly doesn't have any crit chance in his passive pre-transformation, but it seems to me like this might be a full crit friend Broly. So he is going ham here. Of course, my Broly has very little crit, because I went for the more defensive kind of build, because once he does transform, he does have 54% chance to crit, which I feel like is good enough. Plus, it's sometimes good early on it depends on the event and how hard it is and how like desperately you're fighting for your life, I guess. Because like in the early turns where the fight can go on a little bit longer, it's like by not getting crits, he could potentially get more supers, which means he gets more stacks. So I can see the benefit. Broly's one of those units where he has a pretty good spread of how you can build him and him still be like very effective, right? You either go for crits for his base form, or you can go for dodge. He doesn't need lots of additional because he gets a bunch of additionals from his passive, but yeah, that was it. So it was only one phase. First stage versus Super Saiyan Goku, pretty easy. I guess it comes back to what we talked about with the Worldwide Special Battlefield and the Infinite Dragon Ball History, where sometimes they make some of these events for the big celebrations, especially something like the Worldwide, where we have like the Returning Players campaign and all that kind of stuff. They make these events a little bit on the easier side, but I guess we will see. We'll go into the Metal Cooler one. We might as well do the... we'll split the videos into like the two movies, I guess, right? So we'll do the Metal Cooler, or we'll do the Final Form Cooler one in this video, and then I'll do the Super Saiyan Duo and Metal Cooler in the next video. But you can see here, clear stage 1 without a support item, and clear stage 1 under special conditions, which, if I get rid of it first, just so we can see it, is a character of each type, and that is the same for all of the stages. Okay, so now that we've done the Super Saiyan Goku one, we're going to jump in and do Cooler. I'm going to use Vegeta's team here. I was thinking of just using like a super class team, but I do like this build for Vegeta's team. So we're going to jump in and see how we get on with this one. The first stage obviously was quite easy, only the one phase. I mean, if we're going straight up against Final Form Cooler, then I assume that this one is only going to have the one phase as well. So that means that this event is certainly a little bit on the easier side, which, I mean, I'm not opposed to. We've talked about this before, where like events coming out that are a little bit on the easier side every now and then is fine, because we know from the data download stuff from the maintenance that we are getting a new like Supreme Battle Spell, Supreme Magnificent Battle, right? New set of Blue Zone stages as part of the Worldwide. So a little event coming out like this, which gives us something to do, right? Because obviously until the Worldwide starts on Wednesday, there's not really much going on. We got those Frieza event missions, but I can't imagine they're going to be too difficult. So this is a good little event to get on with, get some decent skill orbs, get some stones. So we take those. I mean, that's the thing, like for people who have like the end game level accounts and stuff like that, we complain sometimes when these events are too easy. But again, as I said in the first part, with like people returning to the game and all that kind of stuff, it's good to have some events that are, you know, not super easy. I mean, you saw it hit Vegeta in slot 1, 150k. Vegeta's a decent tank for slot 1, but the wrong unit taking that super is going to take a decent bit of damage, but definitely doesn't seem like too tough an event if you have the right teams. I mean, cool. Broly just absolutely destroying Cooler here. Mans has no chance whatsoever. We might actually... Could you imagine if we just one-turned him here? Okay, so Cooler can double super. Okay, that's interesting to know, because yeah, he supered in slot 1 and he supered Broly in slot 2 for another 181k. So I mean, hopefully he doesn't super in every slot. Remember that good old Kid Buu Dokkan event where you had the phase where it was like every single attack was a super? That was fun. But I think these guys actually wouldn't live a super if he can super a third time. So let's hope that that is not the case here. And we're just talking about how easy this event seems to be so far, but like, depending on what our rotation is on the next turn, like if he supers again immediately in slot 1, 97k. I was going to say, with Tech Vegeta not really having any build-up, like, he could take a ton of damage from a super in slot 1 here, so we'll see how we get on, because we started the turn on low health, so we get hit, we get a defense buff, but it's not like a huge defense buff. Fortunately, we didn't get supered in slot 1, so I think now with the hits that he has taken and the on super buff that he gets, I think we should be fine. But yeah, Cooler can't be sealed or stunned or attack lowered. He can be defense lowered, but that doesn't really have much of an effect in these events anymore. Yeah, I'm definitely surprised that they made the enemies in these events one phase. Because if you think back to the anniversary one, they were all multiple phases. The Gamma's event had tons of phases as well. So, kind of interesting that they made, at least for the Bird Coup and the Final Form Cooler here, just one phase. Obviously, nuking leaders are banned, as they are in most events. But, I mean, you could technically just bring, like, the orb-changing nuke item and potentially get a big one-turn. Kind of like the Kid Buu in 2 turns thing. If you bought, like, the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku team, with Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku and the AGL Super Easy A Goku, you could probably just throw out the Chilai item. If you get a good orb change, just straight up, like, kill him in 1 turn, potentially. I wonder if we could try that here. Obviously, you're not going to get the missions for beating it with no items and stuff like that. But, I mean, I guess you could spread out how you want to do the missions. You don't have to do the 1 unit of each typing and the no items at the same time. But, yeah, that definitely makes that feel a lot easier. So, there you go. We beat Final Form Cooler. There's the missions completed. Let's go ahead and grab those. It's still weird to me that you can't look at these from here. Well, you can. Can be equipped to... Oh, these are from... Oh, okay, I'm stupid. I couldn't find these earlier. It's because they are specifically for the previous Worldwide Celebration units. So these are skill orbs for Cooler. And the first ones were skill orbs for Goku. So if we go to Super Tech LR... where's Birdku? There he is. So what was the bronze one? The bronze one was a level 8. So that's better than the level 7 that mine has. What's this one? For me, I gave him 5 additional and then super attack level. But now he has... Was it additional and crit? The other one was? Let's put those on just so I can find it easier. Yeah, so it's, what, 6 additional and then an extra level 2 defense. Well, that's very good. So yeah, very cool. It took me a while to realise what was going on there with the skill orbs. I had a whole bit at the end of the first clip after we beat Goku where I was struggling to find them in my equips, and so decided to cut that bit out. And of course now I've just told you that that's what I did, so you know. But let's see, is it a level 4 for the silver? Okay, where is the silver one? Because we know it's an EX skill orb. Is it only a level 3? No, that's a pure... I mean, it wouldn't be type defense, would it? They all give defense, don't they? So... Is it this one? Yeah, see, do I want him to have 6 crit instead of the dodge and extra additional? Probably not. So I feel like this is the case a lot of the time with these EX skill orbs for specific characters where, like for Beast, for example, I didn't use the silver one for Beast because it gives him crit, which I don't think he needs. Plus mine's only 55%, so the silver slot is basically the only way I can give him some additional. But yeah, Cooler getting a level 8 defense. I mean, the thing is, it's not going to make someone like Cooler like super meta relevant again, but it's still like a nice thing to have, I guess. But where's his silver one? Because apparently his doesn't give defense. Was it additional and crit? Because those are the ones we just got. Yeah, it's 4 additional, 4 crit. I mean, that is pretty good. Because what does mine have? Level 5 additional. But you do want Cooler to be getting crits. He does have a lot of built-in attacks already, so yeah, maybe I will give him that. Now, the thing is, obviously, these guys are going to need an easy A to be, like, super good again. But, yeah, and then he doesn't see... He would lose all the dodge that I gave him if he got this. But that is a level 5 additional and level 5 crit. So that's, like, really good. I don't know, do I want him to lose that extra bit of dodge? I mean, realistically, I don't use him now anyway, so I guess let's throw that on there. But anyway, there you go. There's the first 2 stages done, the EX skill orbs for Birdku and STR Cooler. Like I say, it's cool to get those, but it doesn't really make these 2 like super usable again now. But obviously when they get their Easy A, the fact that they've got these unique skill orbs to make them a little bit better is obviously very cool. So let me know what you guys think of the new movie event. Stage 1 and 2 pretty easy, and we'll go ahead and jump into stage 3 and 4 for the next video. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.